We're all here at the famous Jolly Bar, celebrating a good cause. Before I kind of introduce the folks here, Bobby, is Bobby here? Owner of Jolly Bar. Bobby, can we get a hand somewhere? There he is, okay. Thank you again, Bobby. He made this all possible. He opened up the doors for us. We know this is a, our favorite venue here in IB, so we appreciate you for opening the doors for us. In addition to that, I did want to mention as well too, being the owner of Estadamana, it is the largest mattress company here in Addis Ababa, and we'll tell you guys more about that as we continue. But first and foremost, let me pull out my notes, and I apologize, guys. I've been taking Dayquil and NyQuil for the last, it's not COVID. I need to get on this flight on Monday, but before we start off, my name is Dagmawi Anamayo. I appreciate you guys. I'm here representing Habesha Networks. You've probably heard of us. I'll be going around making sure everybody here is aware of what we do. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. We do have team leaders here in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, as well as throughout the world. Our goal is to, honest to God, bring Ethiopians and Eritreans together. As you know, throughout the world, we have an NAACP back in the States. We have African student associations all throughout the world. But when Ethiopians and Eritreans, I think, come together, we have so many commonalities, and our backgrounds are so similar, we can go further together. And that was the goal here. So again, I just want to say thank you all for coming out. Obviously, we have 3 people up here. Of course, we have Masai Balaina, board member at Distant Relatives. It's a 501c3 nonprofit, which she'll tell you more about. We have Yanni Kufle, CEO of your DMV team. If you see some of these banners, shameless plug, I'm also work for your DMV team as well too, so you know where to find us. They operate mainly in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. They are expanding now into the Addis Ababa area, so they'll tell you more about that. And then we have the founder and owner of Navi Homes, Menelik himself, Menelik Aga. We appreciate you again for coming out and what you're doing in general. He'll tell you more about himself. Funny story, his background, he's a biomedical engineer. So ethics is top of the line, so he'll tell you more about that. But before we get started, I'm going to pass the mic to Masai Balaina. If you could tell us a little bit about, why we're here, why you chose, why we chose the Jolly Bar as the event, and tell us more.
Sure. Thank you for the introduction. Dad, if y'all can tell, Dad is always lively and full of energy, so he's a perfect fit for the MC for today. As he mentioned, my name is Masai Balaina. I'm a representative here today on behalf of the Distant Relatives Project. I sit on the board of the organization. The Distant Relatives Project is a 501c3 nonprofit organization based in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. We have a mission of developing underserved communities all around the world. And we have 3 core pillars that we sort of use as an agenda, right? So all of our projects focus around healthcare, education, and homelessness. Right now we have projects here on the ground in Addis, or in Ethiopia, I'm sorry, as well as in Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica, and communities in the States. So, Dad, would you like to? You want me to pass it off, Yanni?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Thank you, guys. My name is Yanni Kufle with your DMV team, and sorry, I've lost my voice. But we've been in business for 12 plus years in the DMV area. Again, DMV stands for DC, Maryland, Virginia, not the Department of Motor Vehicles. So we've partnered up while we're here. We're partnered up with one of our clients that we've done a lot of business with in the States, that we have a lot of trust with, that we have a relationship with, and he's building a beautiful community in the Saluta area, the Athlete Village community, and the reason why it's called that is because there's 3 main athletic training facilities in there, but it consists of 68 units. Of that is 44 townhouses and 26 single-family homes. So We are excited to be partnered up with a person that we trust in this beautiful gated community, and so we're excited to showcase that with you guys. And part of what makes this exciting is now for the diaspora, you're able to get a mortgage in terms of a loan to purchase properties versus just paying straight cash, right? So it just requires 10 to 20% or more, but that's one of the reasons why we're excited. So Midland, you know, like I said, he's somebody that I trust, and that's part of the reason why we can put our brand behind Navi Homes. And so he can kind of just tell us a little bit more about his background, but also just the community, where it's located, and things like that.
Yeah, thank you, Daddy, and thank you, Yoni, for organizing this event. I've been a medical engineer for the last 20 years, and I'm running my own business for the last 15 years, WMG Medical Engineering, and we've been doing it all in the healthcare, but you know, we always struggle having the nice home plus the community. That's why we started building Navi Homes and having a very peaceful home and a very good surrounding. And we started our first project, and we are under construction for the last 2 years, and we've been in market for the last 2 months. And we'll be very happy to see you there and have that vision shared among us, the Ethiopian diaspora. Thank you.
And I guess it's only fitting, since atJolly selaለን, along with Navi Homes, to think outside the box. One of the smart marketing tactics that Bobby had. My first question, though, I do have from Masai. Obviously, if you guys don't know, they are actively involved in the DMV area. You can shout out to there's some distant relatives team members here in the audience as well. I guess the big thing is, when putting on this event, obviously, if you could tell them a little bit about the foundation, why we're here. And he'll kind of tell you about why we're here and why we partnered with Kate Castellano.
Sure. So in 2019, we came to Ethiopia. We wanted to expand into Ethiopia, and we came to Ethiopia. We partnered with FUNDRAISER Elderly Development Association. That is a nursery home and a shelter for the elderly in Nazareth. So when we came in 2019, we decided that we wanted to do a facility optimization project for them, where we installed everything from plumbing, purchased toilets, showers, washer and dryer units, stoves, and over 20,000 pieces of medical and cleaning equipment and supplies. So that was 2019. We committed to an annual trip and an annual partnership with the center. Unfortunately, COVID cut us short there. So now we are coming back again this year for our second time in return, and we plan on again donating items and supplies that they have requested to sort of help them on their mission, which we obviously align with, which is eradicating homelessness in their community and providing adequate health care. Some of those things that they're looking for include blood pressure monitors, simple things such as gloves, masks, diapers. Diapers is their largest cost, as well as like their priority on the top of their list. So again, I think Dag has already mentioned it, but Bobby, thank you so much to Bobby and Castellano for donating the 60 mattresses and bedding necessary to replace all of the bedding within the 2 sites. It's a blessing to be able to partner with somebody like you, who's so giving and generous and understands the mission and the cause. So there's a ton of different ways for people to get involved. Of course, we can start with as simple as monetary donations, whether it's myself or Ellie. Ellie, if you could raise your hand for us, please. If you would like to make a monetary donation, you can reach out to either of us after this, whether it's Cash App, PayPal, directly to the GoFundMe or our website, and all of that goes directly towards the project. So we don't take care of any admin costs, we don't cover our flights, we purchase items, we ship items, and that's it. Another way you can get involved is we have an Amazon wish list that has all of the items that they've requested. So if you'd like to purchase the items yourself, they will be shipped directly to our headquarters, and we will package it, we'll ship it ourselves. The third way you can get involved, again, to bring it back to, for example, how Bobby's been involved in that capacity, is if you do know of any local businesses that already provide the products that we're looking for, just point us in that direction. And we'll do the rest. We'll try to figure out how they would like to get involved. So there's a ton of ways to get involved. Outside of this specific project, as an organization, we would definitely love to build our footprint in Ethiopia. So if there are things that you're working on, if there are things that you've always wanted to work on, if you feel like you can help expand our bandwidth in any way, please feel free to reach out. As long as it falls under those 3 core pillars, we would love to hear about it.
Thank you, Ms. Scott. What's unique is I've donated to orphanages for children, but I think oftentimes the elderly are forgotten, right? And as our parents and folks around us, our loved ones are aging, you begin to notice they rely on you a bit more. I'm out here with my mom and dad, and I can tell you they need help. So we appreciate what you're doing. I'm going to pass the mic to Yoni Kufle, next of your DMV team. And I want you to tell us a little bit, I know a big thing with Habesha and just the youth in general. I know we're here, we're all balling, right? But back home, life is life, right, with everyone. And I think the big thing is we want to know, A, about some financing when it comes to purchasing a property here in Ethiopia, how that works, right? And then number 2, I want you to touch on what makes Nabi Homes and the properties that they're building, the basements that they have, some of the opportunities that they have for the townhomes, and what makes that unique.
Okay, so just to speak on the financing, a few years ago, if you wanted to purchase property in Ethiopia, you had to bring that duffel bag of cash, right? That most people don't have. And part of what builds the middle class is financing, right? In America, if financing, getting a mortgage didn't exist, nobody could buy a home. One of the ways that you can build your wealth and equity is buying a home. So ultimately, now exists basically mortgages. You can get 20-year term mortgages for as little as 10% down. So that makes it more accessible for the diaspora. What makes this community unique is, again, generally you can come here and build and find a lot and build a home. But this is a community. Okay, you're not buying just a property, you're buying a home in a community. Some of the amenities that is included in this community is a 10,000 square feet community center that's 2 levels that includes a pool, indoor pool, common areas, community center of party areas. There's a 15,000 square feet children's playground. There's a mini lake. There's basketball courts. There's tennis courts. And countless other things that tracks, plenty of, in America there's on the app there's walking score, how great it is to walk around. So there's plenty of walking areas. So it's a community, it's a gated community. There's going to be retail space as well. So that's what makes a community. But also, business is about the people that you're with and how much trust and all that it goes to that. And me looking at somebody that we have a lot of trust in, so it's a great opportunity. And the area is underdeveloped. Okay, in real estate, you buy in areas and that are underdeveloped that can appreciate. That means you buy in areas before things pop off. Okay, so the benefits of that, plus the townhouses that have basically almost like a duplex feel, that are being, that can be used as rentability and rental income, is great. So you can maybe talk a little bit more about like the area and what's happening in the area and what we talked about in terms of the satellite office and everything too.
Yes, thank you, Yanni. And Miluk's going to touch on it a bit more. Obviously, folks, when we do come to Ethiopia and past trips, oftentimes we do experience power outages back home, but they're just a bit more frequent here in the States. So tell us a little bit more. Tell us about what you're doing in regards to solar and what kind of differentiates the community.
Thank you very much again. one of the things is the designs usually, if we just get them from the US, we'll have a lot of difficult situations here to catch up with. So in a design, we try to incorporate every room to have its own natural light, natural ventilation and everything. But in addition to that, we'll have all the options to have a solar or your own generator and everything. In addition to that, this community is a new community, and I think we recently heard about the satellite city. It's very close to that. It's in that sub-city, and the level of development are coming that way. We already have the African Leadership Excellence Academy, many athletics villages, the Sulta satellite station, the main airport and everything. It's a very secure and a very growing area. So it will be very nice to have a family growing in that area. That's where we started this project. We want to have a place we can grow our children. We'll have a community sense.
Thank you again, guys. We're going to keep the party going. I want to say thank you to everyone for coming out. Again, you can find these folks throughout the party. We'll all be here. And I'm just going to have the Distant Relatives Project close it out for us.
Yeah, this might not be a closing that covers everyone's closing, but for us, I just wanted to make sure that you all know, if you want to learn more about the project, where you can find more information at the project, distant-relatives.org/affiliate. You can also find us on Instagram at The Distant Relatives Project. So those are the two places you can find where you can learn more about the project, donate, access our wish list as well.
If you want more information or are interested in any of these projects, you can email us at yourdmvteam@nabihomes.com, and then there's flyers all over the area with that information. Again, yourdmvteam@nabihomes.com, and we'll take care of you, provide all the information. So, Dag, are we done?
I appreciate you guys. Enjoy. If you are from the diaspora, enjoy the rest of your trip. We hope y'all get home safe and enjoy your night.